guys, it's Heather from H&P Artistry here. I am making my luxury bath teas today, and I thought I would show you guys how I do it. Excuse me. It takes a couple of days to make it. The first thing I do is I mix my European sea salt with my Epsom salt. I use a 40-42 essential oil lavender that's 100% pure, certified 100% pure. And I mix all of that in really, really well together. Then I pour it out across a sheet of freezer paper with wax paper over the top of it. And then I let it dry for anywhere between 24 and 48 hours because you want all of that salt to absorb all of the essential oil. That way, when you put it in your warm bath water and you steep it, the essential oils will all bloom out, as well as the fragrances from all of the botanicals that are added as well. So then after that has happened for 24 to 48 hours, this only took 24 hours because it's really hot in Nashville right now. It only took 24 hours, so then I come back and I mix all of my florals, which I did yesterday. The florals that I have in here are rosemary, spearmint, rose flowers, which is the bud and the petals, chamomile, calendula petals, juniper. The sea salt that I'm using is European sea salt and Epsom salt. Epsom salt, for those of you that don't know, is not an actual salt. It is a magnesium sulfate, which is a different type of salt, just like soap is a different type of salt. But then I mix everything, and I have to continue mixing because, as you see, the salt itself will sink to the bottom, and I want to make sure that everything is well incorporated. Now what I have set up here is a piece of waxed paper over the top of my scale. I measure in grams because that gives me the most accurate measurement, so no one's getting less than anyone else. And I measure out 28 grams. of the product, and I put it in my tea bag by lifting the wax paper and making a funnel and sliding it right into the tea bag itself. Now the tea bags start out like this, and then I have to open them, I fill them, and then they're heat sealed on the ends so that you'll be able to toss them in your bath. The best idea is to toss it in at the beginning under the warm running water, and that way the heat from the warm running water will release the oils, dissolve the salts, and if it's under running water, it causes compression to the florals, and that releases their aroma as well. It happens a little more quickly that way. I am using a measuring cup to position my empty tea bags so that they'll hold the right position. Make sure it's zeroed out. Now this is a really wonderful way to treat yourself. Now, if I see that it's getting too much salt, I will go in and kind of trade out a little bit. It's a great way to relax. Especially after a really long day. Or if you're like me and you're a mom, or if you're a dad and you're running around all day, you're taking care of kids, you're working, and I don't mean working outside of the home either, because believe me, working inside the home is just as hard, if not sometimes harder. But after you have that long day and you just need to relax, this is a great way to do it, because all you have to do is pop it in your bath. You don't wait for, like with a bath bomb, you'll wait for it to fizzle, the color to kind of fill up your tub, all of those things. This is a very simple, elegant, beautiful, luxurious way to relax in a bath. The only oils in this are the essential oil, the lavender essential oil, so you don't have to worry so much about the bathtub becoming slick. I would still be careful, because any and every bath product has the possibility of making your bathtub slick, but just to be safe, always be careful. But with my bath bombs, they always have either avocado oil, sweet almond oil, shea butter, some other added oil to that beyond the fragrance, which will definitely make a bathtub slippery. I'm telling you, the aromatherapy properties of this are just delicious. Oops, too much. I got overexcited and was just putting more in. Now, these make really great bridesmaids gifts, or baby shower gifts. They're really good mother of the bride and mother of the groom gifts. You can even make them a package, put in a candle, 2 of these, a bar of soap or a solid lotion bar, and you are set with a really elegant, handmade, luxurious gift that anyone and everyone would love. Now, the beauty of bath teas is that you can do quite a few things with them. They don't have to be lavender. You don't even have to use essential oil. You can use fragrance oils, because the amount that is used is not a huge amount, because it's not being absorbed into anything other than the salts. But you can take different types of florals and mix them. So if you want roses and rosemary, or peppermint and rosemary, or lavender and calendula only, or if you want to make kind of a tropical looking mix, you can definitely do that. You can also, if you like having the color of a bath bomb, you can add a little bit of color to the salts themselves, and it will lightly color your bath. They make really great Father's Day gifts. I am making some lavender teas for a friend of mine, who she wants for Father's Day to run her husband a really nice bath and put the bath tea in, because he really likes lavender and he has to work that day. So she wants him to have this really relaxing experience when he gets home, to tell him thank you for being such a good dad. So I think that's kind of a great way to celebrate and to tell someone that you appreciate them. I appreciate you so much. I'm wanting you to take time for yourself. And I mean, who doesn't want to hear that, right? I love you so much. I want you to take time for yourself. That is perfect. Products I make, more than anything, are a form of art for me. When I mix florals, I mix them for the color, the texture, the fragrance. I mix it for the aromatherapy properties, for the feel of the water. It's an experience for me when I make things. And I have my daughter test everything, because she has the most sensitive skin of everyone in the family. She's the reason that I started making handmade products a little over 15 years ago, because even as a baby, super sensitive skin. And so I have her try everything because I know if it's going to cause a reaction for her, there's a chance it could cause a reaction for someone else, and then I change the formula. But it's always a good idea when buying any new bath or body product, one, to be knowledgeable, two, to know your skin type, three, to ask good questions about the products, their origins. Most of the products I use are certified or are organic. I am not vegan, nor am I vegetarian, so not all of my products would be considered vegan or vegetarian. I use tallow in my soaps. But it's a good idea to be able to have those questions and to understand what the answers are as well. And if you don't, ask more questions. I always like it when people ask me questions because I like to share the knowledge that I have about my products because it is a process. I developed my soap recipe myself and it took years to get it the way that I want it. There's a reason I choose every oil. There's a reason I choose every butter, depending on the type of swirls I want, depends on the level and time that I add colorants and fragrances. When it comes to lotions, there are reasons that I like to use mango butter in a good portion of my lotions and cocoa butter in others. When it comes to lip balms, I use mango butter and macadamia nut oil in my lip balms. There's a reason. So I like sharing that information. I like explaining the process. It's why I make the videos, is to share with you guys as much joy as I have for what I do. I enjoy every process. With the exception of the paperwork. I've never liked the paperwork. The paperwork is frustrating. I have a dual bachelor's in marketing and business, and I still can't stand the paperwork. I do like making labels. Because there's a creativity and an artistry behind it. But I have to force myself once a week to sit down and do all of the paperwork. But this is it for now, you guys. I'm going to open up some more tea bags so that I can make 16 more of these. And I will see you later. So this is Heather from H&P Artistry, wishing you luck, love, and a really great day, guys. Bye.